Israel resumes water supply to southern Gaza after U.S. pressure.
Here's a summary of the article.
Sullivan denies White House took eye off the ball before Hamas attack. 8 days before Hamas launched the deadliest terrorist attack in Israel's history, White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan proclaimed that the Middle East region is quieter today than it has been in 2 decades. The fact that the Hamas attack took the US and Israel by such surprise points to a massive intelligence failure by both countries. Exclusive. Christie's low burn rate gives him runway to New Hampshire. More than 1,300 Israelis and 2,320 Palestinians have been killed, thousands have been injured, and hundreds of thousands have been displaced since the latest fighting between Israel and Hamas began after the militant group's attack last Saturday. Hamas is believed to be holding about 150 hostages in Gaza. The latest, Secretary of State Tony Blinken will return to Israel on Monday after visiting several other countries in the region, including Jordan, Saudi Arabia and Egypt.
This post received a score of 29,000, with an upvote ratio of 91%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
As per CNN, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office told CNN Sunday Israel has restored water to southern Gaza. But the director of the Palestinian Water Authority said he could not be sure it was true, because electricity has not been restored. I cannot confirm this at the moment because our water stations in Khan Yunis, Gaza City, and central Gaza are not in a condition to receive and distribute water to the people. Munther Shublak, the director of the Water Authority in Gaza, told CNN. To enable the stations to receive and distribute water, we need electricity, which is currently cut off. The alternative is fuel to power the generator, which we also do not have. There may be pressure to restore the water supply, but I cannot confirm anything until the stations are ready.
Oh God, don't tell me this was just an empty gesture.
Logistically, it can't work off just water pressure alone unless it's being pumped in such massive quantities, it's posturing.
Almost all water distribution is done by gravity. It'd be a civil engineering nightmare to use pumps for maintaining static pressure. Water is pumped up water towers, and is put through the rest of the system with gravity. Ever used your tap during a blackout?
When I was growing up in the West Bank, in a town near Hebron, as a kid approximately 15 years ago, we had a small pump at the bottom of our house to pump water to our tank at the top. Without the small pump, water would only trickle from the faucet, if at all. West Bank has shit infrastructure, but Gaza is much worse.
Yep. Growing up, had to turn on the motor to pump water to the water tank on top of the building twice a day.
Greater than had to turn on the motor, bingo. Which means if they have no electricity for said pumps, they're still out of luck.
Oh, thank God, I was worried they actually turned the water on.
What's the long game here? 3-ish weeks. Does Israel obliterate northern Gaza, Hamas, and then slowly invite, vet non-Hamas Palestinians back into northern Gaza so they can obliterate the south?
So far from geo-confirmations, Hamas seem to launch rocket attacks mostly from north of the line. Maybe most of Hamas' arsenal and military infrastructures are there, and Israel expect arm resistance to be lower once they clear out the north. Or maybe Israel is just dividing and conquering to process civilians and cleanse Hamas entirely within Gaza Strip. Either way, Israel seems to be waging a total war against Gaza. Hamas can either unconditionally surrender or prepare to fight to the last man.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.